he actually said the Germans are the #1 nationality in Egypt in what was a record year for the tourism. Near 1.6 million Germans visited Egypt in 2023, and near 15 million tourists visited Egypt in 2023, a record number. To tell you the truth, to be a Minister of Tourism and Antiquities in Egypt in a time like this is a great privilege. The country is going through massive transformation of its policies towards the tourism industry, and at the same time, it's great time for Egypt to allocate significant budgets for us to be able to bring the quality of customer experience into our antiquities and tourism sites to the next level. We're also investing heavily in our ability to renovate and restore the museums and the archaeological sites. You know, I've been thinking, how can I address such a knowledgeable crowd about tourism and about Egypt? By the way, how many of you have visited Egypt already? Oh, okay. So now I have to speak the truth, right? So to tell you the truth, I think what is key about the Egyptian tourism products is the hospitality and the people. Not only the weather, not only the water temperature in the Red Sea, not only the ability to have multiple products in the same trip. Most tourists that visit Egypt choose Egypt's beaches because they can also do the pyramids or the Sphinx, and very soon also the Grand Egyptian Museum, in addition to the beaches and enjoying the great weather. And to enable tourists to do that, we are spending 22% of our GDP on infrastructure projects that are designed to make the experience of tourists much better and be able to commute within Egypt, whether via roads or trains or even air tickets, to become much simpler tourism. I'll give you one example. Today, the trip between Hurghada and Luxor takes about 5.5 hours of drive. Within the next few weeks, as a result of new investments in a new road, state-of-the-art road with state-of-the-art high-speed internet, is going to allow tourists to drive or take the road trip between Hurghada and Luxor in 4 hours. By the fourth quarter of 2025, maybe the first quarter of 2026, high-speed rail is going to link both cities and bring the distance or the time that tourists need to spend between Luxor and Hurghada to 2.5 hours. So all these to 2.5 hours. So all these investments are designed to improve experience for tourists, and at the same time, you know, I can speak for many examples. I know we're going to have a Q&A session later on, but you know, I can give you much more examples on that. What we're doing in Greater Cairo as well is a great example of the improvements in experiences for tourists, the infrastructure. In 2014, the average speed in Cairo was at 11 kilometers per hour. Today, it is nearing the double rate, and it takes a known amount of time to be able to travel from the airport, Cairo International Airport, to the pyramids and Sphinx. So these are all things that infrastructure that are needed to improve customer experience, and we are exactly doing that, of course, for the tourists, but also to improve the quality of life for Egyptians. The second thing that we're working on very quickly is to try to bring airlift, more aviation seats And in 2023, the number of seats arriving in Egypt has risen by more than 35%. And the third pillar of our strategy is to work with hotel owners from around the world to be able to increase hotel capacity. In 2023, 14,000 new rooms started to operate in Egypt. That's 7% growth in the hotel capacity in the country. In 2024, given the construction in progress, we see another 25,000 more rooms added to the capacity in Egypt. That's more than 10%. All of this is surrounded by new policies that are created to improve the sustainability and reduce the carbon footprint of the industry. So we have launched new regulations for green fins, for the hotels, for the marine clubs as they use the Red Sea to be able to become more sustainable and environmentally friendly. And we have also launched the new regulations for lodges, eco lodges, to be able to offer the tourists and Egyptians a whole new experience that has specifically or known carbon footprint, much lesser carbon footprint. And at the same time, we will continue to advance the standards, improve the standards, and introduce more regulations that take the industry to the next level as an environmentally friendly industry for the global tourist.